Hey everyone, so in today's video I am going to do how I did my makeup in high school versus how I would do the same makeup concept versus now. This has been a trend on YouTube for a while. I feel like though no one has tried to do like the exact same makeup that they did in high school, if that makes sense. I don't know. I could be wrong though. If I am, I'm sorry. But, yeah, so for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna do my cheer makeup. So I was a cheerleader in high school. I think that's probably when I wore the most makeup outside of dance performances. So I think I'm gonna go with that. I didn't wear like a whole lot of makeup like on like day-to-day life, I guess. So yeah, so before we get started, if you want to hit that subscribe button and follow me on my socials, they'll be right here. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. Obviously, I didn't know what setting spray was in high school, but I'm gonna do it just because. So in high school, I graduated in 2015, so it's been a hot minute since I've been in school. So we're gonna start with foundation. So I didn't wear a whole lot of makeup in high school, because especially foundation. I actually stopped wearing foundation for a little bit. Because I discovered that I was very bad at blending it. That wasn't the main reason, but it was a big reason. And so I would have literally like streaks on my face that I just didn't realize that I had not. I don't know if I just didn't see them when I was getting ready in the morning or what. I don't know, but I digress. So I used one of these babies, this paddle brush. Do people even use this anymore? I feel like if people use these, they don't actually use it for foundation, they use it for like other things. But we're gonna use this, and we're gonna use an oldie but a goodie, and this one is very old. This is Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is most likely what I was wearing in high school when I wore foundation, and I don't remember exactly how I did this, so also I don't know if this is gonna match me, so we'll find out. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my hand and take my brush, and no primer or anything, and we're just gonna go to town. It's actually a decent match. And I just like, I wasn't, like blending wasn't really a thing to me. So, yeah, also, concealer. What is that? Never heard of that. So I just put it everywhere. Everywhere. I hate this with every fiber of my being right now. Now, my blending skills are a little better now than they were in high school, so this might actually turn out a little better than it would. And I like went on my eyebrows too, because you gotta get those brow hairs with that foundation, you know? I don't know. That's the foundation. I probably had that line, you know? But since this foundation actually matches me pretty well, you're not gonna see that. So now, I think I set my face with some powder. I'm just gonna use the Fit Me powder. I don't remember if this is what I actually used. I have used this powder for a very long time though, so it could be, but there's also a possibility that it wasn't, but this is the only pressed powder I have right now, so yeah, and I just set my entire face with this shit. Okay. I don't remember what exact order I did this in, so we're kind of winging it. Now, One thing that I have always liked is blush. So I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to apply it. I feel like my application for this hasn't changed too much. But bronzer? Never heard of her. Highlight? Also never heard of her. I don't think I went too ham with the blush. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. I hate this so much. So I actually didn't really do my brows until like junior, senior year. But I used a powder, as in I actually used like brown eyeshadow, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna take that on. Actually, I think I still have the brush. Yes. I would use this angled brush, and I didn't like try to make them look good or anything. I just like filled them in. No spoolie or anything. I just like went over my brows. Help. Help. It actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, it doesn't look good, but it's whatever. I think we're ready for the eyes. Now, I only had one brush in high school, and it was this one, actually. Just your standard flat, somewhat fluffy shader brush. And so my school's colors were black and red. So I did the same thing that I do now, is I try to like match my makeup to my outfit. So I had a little quad, I remember, and it had like a dark charcoal gray / black, and then a lighter gray, and then a white in it. So, and yeah. So I'm gonna use a matte white shade, and we're gonna use the same brush for all of this, and blending, never heard of her, and I just would put this all over my lid, like from lid to brow, from lashes to brow, yeah, just like all over the whole thing. Fuck me, seriously. Eye boogie. Looks so good, Jono. So good. So I kind of, I was on to something when I did the whole like darkest to lightest, but it just, yeah. So now I'm gonna take a gray and I'm gonna put that on the lid, but I'm gonna like attempt to blend it into the crease, or just like go up to the crease, not really blend it, just go up to the crease. This is so bad. Help. Help me. Why have I done this to myself? Why have I done this to myself? So then I'm going to take a black and I'm going to put that on the lid. Oh, I hate this so much. Now, for liner, I'm going to use this guy right here, the Maybelline Eye Studio, like the gel liner, and then I would use the brush that came with it, which I actually have, because why not? Now, it wasn't bent like this, it was like straight, not that it really matters, but I would take that gel liner and I would just like do a line, I would just line my eyes. No wing or anything. Kinda glad though I didn't do wings, cause man, would that have been tragic. I did do wings in my emo phase though. That was like in 8th grade. Oh god. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Okay. I don't think I put eyeshadow on my lower lid. I don't have a lot of good reference pictures, so I'm kind of just going from memory. But I would take this and I would put it on my waterline. Now this is before I got, oh, god damn it. Of course. Head shadow on my finger. Ugh. Where did that come from? Okay. Now this is before I got into beauty YouTube. Before, at this point I was still watching like vlogs. Like vlog style. Like, not like follow me along with my day, like sit in front of a camera and talk or do something. Not like makeup. I really didn't get into makeup until like, or I really didn't get into beauty YouTube until like freshman year of college. So yeah. But yeah, so that's it for the eyes, I'd say, except for mascara. However, my mascara game hasn't changed because I discovered the technique that I use in high school and it works, so I still use it. Ah. Why am I so messy? I hate this so much. Help! I don't know if I had a lash curler. I'm sure I did at one point. We'll curl them like shittily. Shittily? Is that a word? So that it's not like this would look good on any occasion. But yeah, and I was still a freak about clumps, so I'd say my lashes were probably okay. Probably like my lashes and my lips were like the best ones. Beautiful. Now for lips. So like I said, my school's colors were black and red, so naturally I would do a red lip because I've always had a soft spot for red lips. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this one. This is red lipstick from Estee Lauder, and I didn't use any like lip liner or anything. Wait, actually I did. So this isn't the exact color, but it's the closest one I have that would work. But I had like, it was like a wine color, and I use it for like everything. It was like my ride or die lip liner, if you will, because it like really went with every lip color that I used. So no overlining or anything. My lips and my lashes were probably like the best part. Not that any of it was good, but. And then I just went in with the lipstick, and I actually would do, oh, should I do it? Yes, I should. For cheer, because it was, you know, a few hours and stuff, and I would sweat and whatnot. I would do this trick that I found like forever ago. It actually works, so if I still needed it to use it today, I could. But I would put the lipstick on. And then I would blot. And then I would take like a fluffy brush, this brush I'm sure exactly actually, and some loose powder, and would put that on there. And it would like mattify my lips and make it stay really well. And then go back over with the lipstick. Boom. And that's it. That's literally it. My face is so flat right now, I can't. So now we're gonna move on to the other side. So the main thing that's different, well, there's a lot of things, but is I do my eyes first for the most part. I'm gonna go along with this as if I were to be cheering right now. So if I were to be back in high school with the knowledge and the techniques and skills that I have now, how I would go about doing that. One thing that I would do would be soap brows, because that makes your brows stay really, really well, and it looks pretty good too, in my opinion. you know, I don't know where I stopped recording, but yeah, so I'm just gonna recap what I did. So I did soap brows because I think I would want something that would last a long time for my brows. I'm kind of going about this as if I were to go back to high school and it would be game day, and but I still have like the skills and stuff that I have now, you know? So I did that, and then I cut it out with concealer, and then concealed my eyelid, and then set it, and then I put in on some brow bone highlight, because that is important as well. So, yeah, so I think I'm debating on, do I want to keep, I think I'm gonna do it how I think I would do my makeup back then, instead of just trying to replicate this, but I'm gonna keep as true to the color story as I can. So, we're gonna start with, Twig. This is the Sultry palette, by the way, by ABH. I'm gonna take Twig, and we're gonna do that in the crease. I always love having a good, especially when I'm working with blacks, because black eyeshadows are just so hard to blend out, like it's terrible. So I really want a good transition shade, even if this doesn't like show up a ton, it's gonna help me blend out that black eyeshadow. Now, we're gonna go in with a smaller brush, and I think, we're gonna go in with Slate, which is a gray. I'm gonna put that in the crease. Just kind of get that gray in there. Like I said, I want to keep as true to the color story, at least, as possible. I'm gonna take that matte black shade very, very lightly in the outer V, and then I'm gonna blend that out as much as possible and slowly start bringing that into the crease. And then for the eyelid part, I think I'm gonna go in with a shimmer. I don't know what shimmer though. Do I want to keep true to the white thing or not? I don't know if I would, is the thing. I don't want to use pearl though, because I was going to use that on the inner corner. So let me see if I find something. We'll use Cream from the Essentials palette, because it's pretty white and shimmery. So yeah, we'll do that. I love that shade so much. It's so pretty. Just gonna go in and blend that together. So now, usually if I have black in the outer corner, I won't do a wing. However, me knowing high school Jonelle, I would want to be as extra as possible. So we're gonna do a wing. At least I don't have to do both, so I don't have to match, which helps a lot. One thing that we can do differently is add primer. So I'm gonna go in with this one. This is a pore filling primer. And I'm gonna put that in areas that I have pores because I want my skin to be as smooth as possible. I think I'm gonna go with the same one because I'd probably either use this one or the Milani Conceal and Perfect one because those both last a really long time, but I think I'm just gonna use this one because it's right here and I don't feel like digging for the other one. So the only thing is this one's so fucking heavy. Okay, so I don't know if I'd want to be a full coverage bitch or not, and if I were to go back in high school, but I'm gonna use a brush like this instead of a paddle brush, and yeah, I'm gonna work in small sections. Now, I think what I'm going to do, before I set my face, I'm going to add a little bit of cream blush. That's another thing. Concealer. Who's that? God damn it, I keep dropping my brush. Okay, but the other thing is, I've heard of bronzer at this point. Usually I would use a more red blush, but I currently don't really have one, so we're just going to use the same blush. The blush won't look that different. Now, the magic. We got highlight. Now, I don't know which one I would use or which one I would even have, but I'd probably go for like a white-ish, like a light one. So I'm gonna use this one by Becca. It's Vanilla Quartz. We'll use this one. Okay. And the dimension difference. Like, look how flat this one is versus this one. The only reason there's a little bit of shine here is because that blush has a sheen to it and my window is bringing sunshine in. Now, we're going to do the under eyes. That's a thing now. So, I think for the under eyes, I'm going to combine Twig and Slate so that the brown shade that we use and the gray shade that we use in the crease. Okay, and then I'm going to take a domed brush and take that matte black shade and just put that as close to the lash line as possible. Beautiful. And then in our corner highlight, especially with a dark look like this, you really want to get that like brightness so that it kind of like balances it out. And I might also put black on my waterline. I'm not going to do that because I don't want my eyes to start watering, but it's a possibility. Okay, and then setting spray. Now, in high school, I would use hairspray, and I would like go ham with it. Like, yeah. I'm running out of this one, and it makes me really sad. Yeah, so hopefully this will keep me from looking super powdery. And then, mascara, like I said before, isn't gonna change, so I'm just gonna do it like I did the first time. Beautiful. And then for lips, I would still do a red lip, however, I would graduate to a liquid lipstick because it dries matte and it lasts a long time. So we're going to line the lips. Alright, so this is it. As you can see, this side is just flat because the only thing I have is foundation, powder, and blush. Like, it's just blah. And this side, I have so much more like color and dimension, and there's that beautiful highlight, and then the brows. I mean, do we even want to talk about that? To be honest, like, yeah. And then the eyes, I mean, come on, like, what is blending? And then, like, yeah, that's the video, guys, just for funsies. If you liked it, give it a big old thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and follow me on all my socials, they will be right here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!